We're in one of those setups that every crypto investor dreams about. Bitcoin has been ripping higher, altcoins are starting to wake up, and everyone's throwing around the word Altseason like it's already here. But let's be real. Just because the charts look spicy doesn't mean this is the moment to ape in blindly. In fact, relying only on past cycle data might set you up for failure. Why? Because the macro environment this time is completely different. Interest rates, global liquidity, regulatory shifts, they all matter way more than in previous cycles. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the 3 most talked about indicators that people are calling alt-season signals, and I'll separate the hopium from the real alpha. Then, towards the end, I'll share the exact indicators I'm watching right now, plus my personal altcoin exit strategy for this cycle. Trust me, you'll want to see this, because timing your exits is how you turn paper gains into real gains. If you value data-backed insights that most people overlook, hit that like button. It helps push this video out to more people and keeps this channel growing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Let's dive in. First up, the famous Altseason index. If you're on crypto Twitter, you've seen it. Right now, it's hovering around 35 after bouncing from cycle lows. People are hyping it up like it's the holy grail of indicators. Here's the deal. Historically, when the index jumps from under 15 to above 35, altcoins do tend to rally. That happened in 2017 and again in 2021. Both times, the index eventually went above 85 and stayed there for months, while alts went parabolic. But here's the catch, it's not a magic switch. It's more like a confirmation tool. You don't want to buy just because the index crossed 35. You want to see it break above 75 and sustain that level. That's when we officially enter alt season. So, is it a signal right now? Kind of. It's bullish, yes. But calling this a guaranteed alt season based on the index alone? That's hopium. Next up, Bitcoin dominance, the percentage of the crypto market cap that Bitcoin controls. Right now, dominance is around 62%. And while some influencers are calling this the start of a breakdown, let's zoom out. This level isn't exactly low. Historically, alt seasons don't really heat up until dominance falls below 50%, sometimes even into the 40s. The recent 3-week red candle streak looks exciting, but it's not enough to declare victory. We've seen fake outs before. In 2020, dominance dipped to 60%, then pumped all the way to 70%, before collapsing into the true alt season of 2021. So again, the setup is there, but I'd call this pre-game, not the main event. What I'd love to see is dominance dropping under 55%. That's when altcoin rallies really start snowballing. Now let's talk about Ethereum versus Bitcoin, the ETH-BTC pair. If you've been around, you already know this is one of the most reliable tells. For the past 2 years, ETH-BTC has been stuck in a brutal downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, bleeding against Bitcoin. But recently it bounced hard off the 0.023 support zone, historically a strong base. The next resistance is at 0.03. If ETH can reclaim that level and close above it, that's a major trend reversal. And when ETH leads, the rest of the alt market usually follows. Think of ETH-BTC as the ignition switch for alt season, so my eyes are glued to that chart. A clean break above 0.03 powers green light for altcoins. Until then, it's just a bounce. Now here's where things get spicy. Forget just looking at crypto charts. If you want to understand where this market is going, you have to watch global liquidity. Every major crypto rally in history has lined up with liquidity expansions. When money supply grows, risk assets like crypto pump. When it contracts, crypto gets wrecked. Period. Look back. In 2014, 2018, and 2022, liquidity dropped, and so did crypto. In 2017, 2020, and 2024, liquidity expanded, and Bitcoin ripped. Right now, liquidity is trending up again, and Bitcoin has been tracking it almost perfectly since early 2024. If this continues, the setup for a monster rally in both BTC and alts is very real. This is the piece of the puzzle most retail ignores. They're staring at microcharts while ignoring the ocean tide that actually moves the boat. All right, let's get practical. What exact signals am I watching to confirm alt season is here? 3 things. ETH, BTC breaks and closes above 0.03. That's the first domino. Bitcoin dominance falls below 55%. That means liquidity is flowing into alts. Altseason index pushes above 75 and stays there. That's the official stamp of approval. When all three line up, I'll know we're in full-blown alt season. Now the most important part, because making money is easy but keeping it is hard. Here's my plan. Once the Altseason index breaks 75, I'll start scaling out 20-25% of alt positions at a time. If the index hits 90, that's my red zone to aggressively take profits. I'll rotate some gains into Bitcoin and stablecoins to lock in security. Remember, alt seasons don't last forever. In 2017, it was 3 months. In 2021, it was closer to 4. Either way, they burn hot and fast. If you don't have a strategy, greed will eat your portfolio alive. So are we in alt season right now? Not yet. But the pieces are falling into place. ETH, BTC is bouncing. Dominance is softening. Liquidity is expanding. And the alt season index is heating up. We're close. But the signals haven't fully confirmed. If you want to survive this market, patience and discipline are your best tools. Don't chase every green candle. Wait for the confirmations, then strike with a plan. If you got value from this breakdown, smash that like button. It really helps push the channel forward. Drop a comment and let me know. What's your number one altcoin play for this cycle? And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Because in the next video, I'll be sharing my exact altcoin portfolio and ranking them by conviction. Until then, stay sharp, stay disciplined, and may the gains be with you.